Write each of 43 through 52 using summation or product notation. Now in this case, we're adding up terms, which means we need summation notation. Now the first thing we need to do is we need to figure out what our index variable is and how it varies. Now if we look at the last term, we can see that the last term is a fixed arbitrary positive integer n, which means my index variable varies from 1, 2, 3, all the way to n. And so whatever my index variable is, it's going to start at 1 and it's going to go all the way up to n. Now what's important is we cannot define our index variable to be the same letter n. This would be a mistake because n here represents an index variable, whereas n here represents a fixed arbitrary positive integer. And there's a difference between the index variable, which varies, and a fixed arbitrary constant, which does not vary. So in this context, n is not a variable because it does not vary. So n is just a fixed arbitrary positive integer, which means that we need a different index variable. So instead of n, I'm going to use the index variable I. And so now I varies from 1 to n as an index variable. So this means that my first term corresponds to I equals 1. And we can see I in this expression here being cubed. And the only way we can see that is if we look at the other patterns here. When I equals 2, the base of this number is the index variable I. And so in general, it looks like that each term is just I cubed, which means the expression for this summation is I cubed. And so now we can see that the first term is I cubed, the second term is I cubed, the third term is also I cubed, but specifically when I equals 3. And the last term is I cubed. Even though it says n cubed, it's the index variable I here cubed, but at the very last term when I equals n. That's when the summation terminates. Or for you computer scientists out there, this is when the for loop ends. And so this is my final answer. Thanks everyone, and I'll see you in the next video.